Hey guys, Kai here. Today we have a face-off between two contenders in the neck fan market. We'll be comparing the TORRAS Coolify 2 and the Nitecore NEF20. So if you're looking to survive the heat, stick with us as we compare the differences between these two. But first, allow me to share a little story. Some of you might already know that Singaporean men that are physically fit to take part in a physical test every year. We call it the Individual Physical Proficiency Test, or IPPT for short. Recently, I just took part in mine. So basically, there are 3 stations: maximum sit-ups in 1 minute, maximum push-ups in 1 minute, and lastly a 2.4-kilometer run, or 1.5 miles for the imperial scale. Bear with me. There's always a bunch of us taking the test per session, so after most of us have finished the sit-up and pull-up stations, we were resting before taking part in the run. Just doing push-ups and sit-ups have made me perspire profusely, and it didn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. As I looked around, perhaps in the group of 30 guys, I could not find a single person with a sweaty face. So what does that mean? I have hyperactive sweat glands. And trust me, it's always felt like I was born in the wrong climate. And thus, these neck fans are one of the best things that technology has created, which made me to research and invest in the next thing I'm going to talk about. This is the Coolify 2 neck fan from TORRAS, a lifestyle brand from Shenzhen, China. This sleek and blacked out device is really powerful in the cooling department. 3 fan speeds that generate airflow upwards onto your neck and face with bladeless tech, and comes with 2 Peltier plates that can switch between cold and hot modes. So what are Peltier plates? In a simple sense, they are thermoelectric modules that uses electrical energy to draw heat away from the plate, creating a cooling effect that feels icy to the touch, and is rated to reduce skin feel temperature by about 2 degrees Celsius. The drawback of these things is that they are not efficient, which means they draw a lot of power, drastically reducing the runtime of the Coolify. And if you were to run the Coolify 2 in fan mode without using the Peltier plates, the runtime is rated up to 18 hours on speed 1. If you were to run the cooling mode on fan speed 1, which has to run together with the cooling mode, you can't just use the Peltier plates itself. It's up to 2.5 hours. You see what I meant by Peltier elements not being power efficient? Although if you're not using the neck fan for long hours and just want the maximum amount of cooling, this Coolify 2 may be your answer. I've personally tested the cooling mode on max fan speed, speed 3, and the battery dies around an hour and 20 minutes. I'm not sure if you want to lug around a pair of headphones that last you less than a couple of hours before you need to charge it again. And sure, if you can bring along power banks, but nah, it's just not convenient, even though you can charge the device while using it. But that means you have a cable running through from the bottom of the fan on your left side, I think. Alright, so just using fan mode on speed 2 constant is sufficient for me back then as a barista, pouring coffee to last through a 7-hour shift, typically lasting about 6 hours plus on average. Having first tested the Wu IDI neck fan, which is over here, I wasn't too pleased with the battery life, and the cooling plate wasn't really doing its job. It's on the back of the neck, single plate, and the twin side fans are kind of fixed in position, blowing air horizontally. That doesn't really seem to make much sense because it's just blowing past my chin and my neck. And it cost me about 89 Singapore dollars, or about 66 USD in today's rates. Personally, I'm happy with the performance of the Coolify 2, although they have more powerful models out these days. You must be wondering, this Coolify 2 seems like a really good product. Well, I'll say it's a pretty powerful neck fan, and definitely is a conversation starter when people see you use it. But how much is the damage on this thing? $240 Singapore dollars. Yes, you get what you pay for. I would share my personal experience with this neck fan and the NEF20, but that's probably for another video. If you'd like to know what I like and dislike about both devices, let me know down in the comments. Alright, let's get on to the Nitecore NEF20 next. The Nitecore NEF20 neck fan, a new but strong entry in the personal cooling device market. This neck fan is designed more like a set of headphones, but it only does one thing and one thing well: to circulate airflow efficiently around your head and neck. Same with the Coolify 2, it features 3 adjustable fan speeds, is lightweight and ergonomic for almost all kinds of activities. I have not tried running with it, but maybe someone will. This has 66 air outlets to ensure you have a 360-degree airflow around your head and neck. There's also a silicone midsection that flexes to stretch to different neck sizes. Only a single button is required to turn on and cycle through the 3 fan speeds. The only difference is that the NEF20 does not have Peltier cooling plates like the Coolify does. I find these straightforward neck fans with no bells and whistles are best for commuting, especially in the hot weather. Waiting for the bus or train is more bearable with this on. Now let's dive into the features and see how these neck fans stack up against each other. Both models are rechargeable via USB-C and both of them are using an inbuilt battery of 4000 mAh. The Coolify 2 is rated for a battery life of up to 18 hours on fan speed 1, up to 2.5 hours on cooling mode, fan speed 1, up to 5.5 hours on heating mode with no fans running. Yes, the plates can run hot as well. It's great for cold climates, and although in our sunny island of Singapore, you're not gonna use that mode. While the NEF20 offers around 16 hours of usage on fan speed 1 and up to 4 hours on fan speed 3. Moving on to airflow options, the Coolify 2, 3 speed settings allowing you to adjust the intensity of the breeze according to your preference. The NEF20 does the same thing, and in terms of perceived airflow, both models seem to provide similar amounts of airflow at the same settings. Comfort is crucial when it comes to neck fans, and both models excel in this area. The Coolify 2 features a silicone mix section as well to fit most neck sizes. Same for the NEF20. This should fit most neck sizes. However, the back portion of the Coolify is thicker than the NEF20, which kind of strains the back of the neck after a couple of hours of wear, especially if you're trying to stand straight all the time. So as you can see, the back neck band is thinner than the one on the Coolify. The NEF20 is also around 70 grams lighter than the Coolify 2, especially for a guy that's 5'4", every bit of weight counts, especially if I'm traveling and walking a lot. Noise levels can be often a concern with neck fans. Fortunately, both the Coolify and the NEF20 prioritize quiet operation. They sound almost the same on the same fan settings. Of course, with the neck fan being right below your ears, it's physically impossible with current tech that we can have fans that are whisper quiet while still generating enough airflow to keep you cool. Okay, lastly, let's talk about pricing. The Coolify 2 is priced at 240 Singapore dollars, while the NEF20 comes at a much lower price of $49. Both models offer excellent value for the price, but it ultimately depends on your personal preference and budget. Here's a pro tip. If you go for the 3-man pack at nitecorelights.com, each NEF20 is $45. And if you get the 10-pack for your friends and family, extended family, it's priced at $39.20 per neck fan. However, do note at this time of this video, this NEF20 is currently on pre-order basis and they should start shipping near the end of July. So now, which neck fan should you choose? Well, it depends on what you prioritize. If you value simplicity, low weight, and straight up air circulating power, the NEF20 might just be your answer. On the other hand, if you want more cooling power with Peltier elements, with the option of heating mode for use in colder climates, full black or white aesthetic, and also if the price point is not an issue, then go for the Coolify 2, or even the newer models that they have now. So that's it for our brief comparison of the TORRAS Coolify 2 and the Nitecore NEF20 neck fan. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights to make an informed purchase decision. Like I've mentioned, the NEF20 is on pre-order basis right now, and we should be starting to ship it around end July. Links are as follows in the description. And if you like these kinds of comparison videos, remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content, and let us know in the comments which neck fan seems to be the choice for you and why. Stay cool, everyone.